Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Zootopia 2. I'm not gonna lie, going into this movie I didn't know what to expect. Disney sequels don't tend to be the greatest thing in the world, but I was still excited. I went into it very excited. I filmed reactions to the trailers when they dropped. I was very excited to see this movie despite not knowing what I was going into, and even before I saw it, I saw that they had some fantastic reviews out, so that got me even more excited to go into this, and I can very happily say that I loved this movie just as much as the first one. So the quick summary for this movie says, brave rabbit cop Judy Hopps and her friend, the fox Nick Wilde, team up again to crack a new case, the most perilous and intricate of their careers. So we have the whole cast back again, Jennifer Goodwin as Judy Hopps, Jason Bateman as Nick Wilde, which, by the way, the casting for those two is just perfect. Absolutely amazing. I cannot imagine a single other person in those roles. Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin are fantastic as Judy and Nick. So this movie delves into new animals, a new territory that we didn't see in the first Zootopia. In this one we get to explore the world of reptiles, which obviously we didn't get any reptiles whatsoever in the first Zootopia. And I mean, when I first watched Zootopia, it didn't even cross my mind that there was no reptiles or anything in it. It was predators versus prey, and it didn't occur to me until probably years later, that it was basically only mammals in the first Zootopia movie. And it wasn't until later that I was like, oh yeah, there were no reptiles in Zootopia. Where are they? And so this movie delves into that and tells us where the reptiles are and what happened to them. And everything about this movie was fantastic. They delve into friendship and setting boundaries in friendships. There's obviously the main case going on throughout this movie, but it also really goes into friendships and really learning how to set boundaries in friendships and stuff, which I feel like is a really great thing for children of the demographic that this movie is for. I think that's a really great thing for them to learn, that it's okay to not always agree just because you are best friends and stuff. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be scared and let them know that you're scared. And I thought this movie just did a really great job of that. And this movie is obviously for kids, and so for kids to learn these things as they're growing and going into friendships, I think it's a great thing for them to see and understand and learn. This movie had so many cameos that were so much fun. We had Robert Irwin in this movie, Michael J. Fox, Bob Iger even has a cameo in this movie, which I just thought was so much fun. They have so many references to other films. There's one part of this that referenced a film, and I laughed so hard when this film was referenced. My sister, who is not a fan of scary movies, had no idea what it was referencing, but she figured it out eventually and was like, wait, is this referencing this movie? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, that's funny. But I just thought it was hilarious when that movie got referenced. I was laughing so much during this movie, like genuine out loud laughs. Of course, there was a part, I think you see it in the trailer, where a beaver and a sea lion are just like aiming at each other, and of course my sister's kids, that was their favorite part, were leaving the theater and they're just like, hey, and so they enjoyed that. They thought it was funny, but there was still some really funny parts that myself as an adult was laughing out loud during. We went on a Monday, so there was very few people in the theater, but everyone was laughing along. Everyone was having a great time at this movie. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. It is just as good as the first one, which is saying a lot about a sequel, and especially in comparison to some other sequels that have come out recently, like, for example, like Moana 2. Nothing against Moana 2, but this was definitely a superior sequel, especially following Zootopia, which was an amazing movie. Moana was a really great movie, and so Moana 2 had a lot to live up to, which I feel like it really didn't. It was still good, but not as good as the first one. Zootopia is a great movie, and so this movie had a lot to live up to, and I actually feel like it did a good job, and it did it justice. It still had a really great story. There was nothing like contradicting in comparison to Judy and Nick. Like, I liked that Judy was still her same very passionate and motivated self that she was in the first movie. She was still that in this movie. And Nick is obviously going through some changes, because in the first movie he was just a shady fox, and in this movie he is now actually part of the ZPD. He kind of is like adjusting, because he never was this before. He just grew up hustling on the streets and stuff, so this is all new to him. And Judy just doesn't give him a moment to breathe, which, like I said, delves into the whole setting boundaries and stuff with friends. I really enjoyed this movie. I had so much fun with it. I cannot wait for this to come out and rewatch it. It was just as good as the first one. I really want to watch the first one and this one back to back, because they are very similar in timeline. Like, I think they say Judy and Nick have been partners for like a week when this comes out. It follows very quickly after the first one, so I can't wait for this to come out so I can watch both of them, one right after the other. I am going to talk about one quick little spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled, this is where I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. But if you've seen the movie already and you don't care to hear a spoiler, then stick around. So there is a bit of a twist in this movie. Was it predictable? A smidge. I mean, when it first kind of happened, I was like, oh, okay. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Did I hate the twist? No. It made sense for his character to betray Judy and Gary and go after like something he's been looking for his entire life. Made sense. Absolutely made sense. I was not shocked when there was a twist, because obviously we got a twist reveal in the first movie, which that one I will say I did not see coming. And they set it up. Like, Judy literally says, our last big case, there was a whole twist that happened, and then it's like, reveal, a twist. So I thought it was silly how they set it up. I mean, it's a kid's movie, whatever. It doesn't need to be this grand Sixth Sense worthy reveal or anything like that. When you think about it, it's like, yeah, it was predictable, but I mean, it was still cute. I still liked it. I still had fun, and I wasn't like disappointed that there was a twist, and I wasn't disappointed with the twist. That is going to be it for my review of Zootopia 2. I don't really have a lot to say, but I will just say I really enjoyed it. It was very cute. I had so much fun seeing this movie, and I can't wait to watch it again. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I would love to have you here. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.